With the rapid rise of the digital coaching and digital course industry, we are going to be seeing a rise of a lot of substandard courses in the market, and we're also going to be seeing, the diamonds that are going to be shining in this crowded marketplace. Okay. Now, when I say crowded, it's actually a positive thing. It's going to be positively, inspiring many other people who are creating substandard courses to up their game and to up their delivery and to up their content and to also be unique. So in this video, it's a very important video. I'm going to walk you through the 15 components that constitute a high impact course. And these are the 15 points which, if you're able to keep in mind, the next time you create a course, you can make something that's truly worthwhile and impactful for your audience. Okay, so let's get into the 15 points, and please take notes. Yeah.
Give it up for Siddharth Rajsekar!
Hey there, Siddharth Rajsekar here. Welcome to this video. Welcome back to my Facebook page or my YouTube channel, wherever you're watching this. Hit that like button on my YouTube channel and the subscribe button. If you're on Facebook, make it a love symbol. Give me some love on this post. And because I keep sharing more and more videos which are in depth, and I go into principles that can really make a difference to your knowledge business. Okay. So first thing is the topic. The topic for this particular video is how do you take your knowledge and make that into a course which will stand the test of time and which will be far ahead of anyone who's even close to your competition, or what you want to call it. In fact, I don't even believe in competition. For me, it's all only about collaborations. And because the way that I do things are very different from the way other people do things, even if they may be doing the same other things. Okay. So I want you to keep this in mind, that this game of digital coaching and course creation, it is not a zero-sum game. It's not like there can only be one person doing this. There can be multiple people doing similar things, because everyone is unique and everyone has their own unique audience. Okay. So having said that, there are 15 principles that are very important, 15 components to creating a world-class course. And if you plan to create a course, or even if you're a part of my community, please make note of these 15 points. And I would like you to share these 15 points in the comments below once we are done with all of them. Okay. And how you're going to implement these 15 points in your business. Okay. The first one is, if you're creating a course, you better be walking the talk. Don't create something where you're just, learning from somewhere and sharing it. Don't be a cut, copy, paste, trainer or coach. You got to be a learn, do, teach coach. You have to learn, implement, and then teach. So this is very, very important. You got to walk the talk and you got to lead with value. Okay. The second thing is, there has to be incredible value in the course. When I say incredible value, is people should feel like a wow feeling in the first day of the course itself. Like if I just go to my my Trustpilot, okay, some of you may or may not have seen this, but I'm just going to quickly jump into my Trustpilot account, and you can see here I have more than, let's jump in here. Yeah, you can see here. I'll just move my video, make my video small and move to the corner there. See, I have more than 1,137 5-star reviews, and it's like people are able to get wowed. Like 1 hour ago I got a review, 3 hours ago, then we have 12 hours ago. We have Anamika Garg who shared, Siddharth has a very structured, organized way of teaching and helping us. I would highly recommend this. And most of these reviews come from just the second day of going through my program itself. Okay. So when you're able to wow people with your information within the first 2 days itself, or first day or 2 days, that is going to be the litmus test to how far your course can actually go. So in other words, the initial response that you get in your course is going to determine the scalability of your course in the long run. And that is by delivering incredible value. Okay, the next part, the third point, is your course needs to have great quality content. The quality of the content matters a lot. When I say it's easy to say content quality should be good. What is quality here? Quality is in the quality of the video, quality of the audio, quality of the delivery style, how crisp the information is. There are some of the other points I'm going to come later, but quality is more like when people, they watch it, they feel like, wow, this is like a breath of fresh air. They should feel like this is really nice. Okay. Like even if you see my videos, I'm using a very good camera. I've put my logo on there. I have my branding over here, my name logo, and I'm following a particular theme. So when you're able to create some kind of a theme which also emphasizes quality, that's great. Okay. Next is your content should be customer-centric. Like people don't care about how much you know. They only want to know how that knowledge can help them. So if your curriculum, your framework, everything is designed according to keeping the customer in mind, that is going to be a very important factor for your effectiveness of the course, and people are going to actually finish that course. The other one is very important. Number 5 is your course needs to be transformation focused and not information focused. A lot of people, they just love to give info. They love to give like a data dump from their brains. But what is real education is if you can help people, or if you can bring out something from the other person, your students, that is what is education. Education is not putting inside somebody's head. It is to take out of their heart and soul, something that they really want to go and do. And this is a different skill altogether. You may be an educator for many years, you may be a teacher for many years, and you may understand this, or you may also not understand this, considering that this is not a game of information, it's a game of transformation. Transformation is helping people move and take action and do things in a very energetic and in a very fun way. Okay, so learning requires energy, and energy comes from fun. Energy comes from making people do things in a way where they're able to transform. Okay, and usually transformation happens in others when you are transforming yourself. So don't expect others to transform if you are not working on yourself. Okay, that's just a side note there. Okay, next is number 6 is when you're creating a course, you better share time tested formulas. I mean, people don't want to waste their time just trying to experiment on something. Don't just share an idea just because you heard it somewhere. I mean, if you have tested it yourself, and if it is proven and if it is working, and many other people are actually implementing that and getting results, just go and do it. I mean, that's what you need to be sharing. In fact, for me, everything is about time testing. Whatever concept that I share inside my course, every single thing is validated and time tested. In fact, on my YouTube channel, some of you may or may not don't know this, I have a playlist. I'm just going to share with you a playlist, and the playlist is called The Hall of Fame. And here I have successful students of my successful stories. Okay, I have the stories of my successful students who have actually been through my tried and tested formulas. And everyone, like Shweta, she's a story writer. We have Dhaval, who's a fitness coach. Manoj, she's a property entrepreneur. Ranjani is an early education transformer. And I have tons and tons and tons of interviews. All these like 20, 30 minute interviews of people who've been able to implement my tried and tested formula. Okay. So if you're watching this and if you want to get into my tried and tested formula, there's only one place to go. You got to go to this link. If you're still not in my community, go to sids.co/formula. I'll just share that link with you. Go to sids.co/formula, watch that video, take action, buy my product, get into my system. This is not something which is just, some theory here. It's tried and tested. Hundreds of people are getting results. Okay. So it works. So time tested formulas is very important for your course if you want to really make this work. Next is your course should be easy to understand. Let's come to that. Number 7 is easy to understand. Simple language. I speak in English. You can speak in whatever language that you want. Crisp, clear, simple information that people can understand. Your course will be consumed much more than others. Don't complicate things. Next is measurable results. Like I already shared, if you can help people get measurable results, it does not have to be just a monetary result. Even if within 1 week they're able to make some progress on their journey measurably, now that will give them the motivation to complete your courses and move further into the next one. Okay. Other thing is the depth of information. A lot of people like to go wide on information. They like to say so many different ways to achieve a particular goal. But people may not want the width of information. They want depth of information. They want to know, okay, if this is my goal, what are the fastest and the best and the path of least resistance to achieve that goal? And sometimes the simpler the information and the more narrower you go in terms of presenting that knowledge, the better it is. Okay, so my hackathon is a 2-month process. And I go deep. For me, it is like going narrow. It's going like deep and helping people execute their entire course and their systems within a span of 2 months. And if they set that up, they get an award called the Freedom Finisher Award. So I go deep into every single element that is required to be successful in a knowledge business. Okay. So let's come to that depth of information. Number 10 is conviction in delivery style. I hope all of you can already feel my conviction levels when I'm speaking to you in the form of these videos, because this is not coming from my head. when you are living and breathing your topic on a daily basis, it will come through in your videos. You may say the same things, but when you say those same things, it will land on the other side. Whereas I'm sure you've observed in some videos, people are saying the right things, but you just don't get it, or it does not connect. And the main reason for that is people are not convinced themselves that it will work. Okay. In my core gut, I'm convinced 100% that if you implement my formula, 100%, if you implement my formula 100%, you will get results. Now, what is that result will depend on your fire. What's the fire there in you? Like some of my students have achieved like 8 lakhs, 9 lakhs in 45 days. Some of them have taken 6 months to 1 year to achieve the same thing. So everyone's journey is different. Everyone is racing only with themselves. You're playing a race only with yourself. You're not competing with anyone else. The only person you need to compete with is you. And if you're able to keep that in mind, you can achieve great results. Okay. So conviction in your delivery style matters. Unique presentation of ideas is very important in your courses. Don't just be a cut, copy, paste kind of a person. Okay. Now, even though I'm learning from my mentors, I have multiple mentors, the way that I present my information is always unique. I have my own unique blueprint, and now a lot of people are doing blueprints after looking at this. Okay. But the key here is if you're developing a blueprint, make sure that you are developing a unique blueprint that is coming from your own head, from your own thought process. Let it not just be a cut, copy, paste job. So when you present information in a unique way, that will help you stand out from the crowd, and that will give a fresh perspective for people. And the only test is this: when somebody looks at your content, they should not say that, oh, I've seen this somewhere else. Okay. Or even if it may be the same content, they should not feel like, okay, this person is just taking it from there. And that's why if you look at some big influencers, even like say Dan Lok or even Jay Shetty, they were under the radar for just taking content from other places and then repackaging it. See, if you're taking it from other places, always acknowledge that. Okay, it's very good to acknowledge, but don't present it as though it is your own. Like in my courses, I share a whole segment of the traffic blueprint that my mentor shared with me, and I always acknowledge him. He's got a blueprint just like this. He's got a mass traffic blueprint, and that stuff is his. It has come from his head, and I acknowledge the source. So if you're creating any information or a blueprint or anything or any content, if you're taking it from somewhere, always acknowledge the source, but always present it and package it in a unique way. Very, very important. Okay, share implementable knowledge. Don't just share stuff that is, up there in the sky, idealistic stuff. Make it very practical and implementable, and that will help create momentum for your students. Number 13 is when you're creating a course, it should solve a need in the market. Whatever the need is in the market, what was the vacuum? I always mention this. It's not about how much information you have. It is about what problem you're trying to solve with that information that you have. So when your entire course is approached from a perspective of solving the need in the market, you will do extremely well. And you'll even come up with different ideas, different perspectives. And sometimes you may need to go and do those one-to-ones and do that research to actually find out what the market needs. I've done more than 400 one-to-ones. And the outcome of those 400 one-to-ones is what you're going to be learning inside the formula. If you're not yet in my community, jump in, get started. Okay. So that's what you're going to be getting inside the formula. See, the outcome of me doing 400 one-to-ones, I know exactly what my market needs, what is their problem, and how do I deliver it in the best possible way. That's what is covered inside this. Okay. Now, other thing I want to mention is when you're creating a course, make sure that you share timeless principles. Like there are some segments in my course where I had to re-record all the videos because when I was sharing a tool or a tutorial, the tool completely changed. The interface changed. So I cannot share the same tutorial, again and again. I have to reshoot all of that. But these videos, what I'm creating for YouTube, these are all timeless principles. And even some of the concepts that I share inside my Freedom Business Model are timeless principles, keeping in mind that even 5 years, 10 years from now, it will still have validity. It will not become invalid. So when you're creating a course, think about it on how you can keep as much of the content timeless in terms of conceptual knowledge. And of course, some of the technical knowledge you'll need to actually show, and you got to keep redefining that when the tools also change. And the last point is you got to constantly innovate. You need to have constant innovation in your product development, because if you think that you have done the product and you're done and dusted, that is when you're going to start going down. For me, I constantly keep re-recording and revamping my courses every few months because I know that even the market is changing really fast. And that's what keeps my community together. That's what gets people back. They know that, okay, if I bought Sid's course, the next time I come back, in the next few months I come back, there's going to be something new inside those courses. Why? Because even though they would have bought my course, they come back, they know that I've updated that. I've upgraded myself, I've upgraded the knowledge inside there. So it's going to be more relevant for them at that point of time. Very, very important. So just to recap, the 15 things that you need to keep in mind, or the 15 components of building a super duper successful and a super potent course that can create value in the market is: you got to walk the talk, you have to deliver incredible value, you have to focus on the quality of your content, you need to be customer-centric in your approach, you need to be transformation focused, transform from within, and then you can transform others outside. You need to share time-tested formulas. You need to make your course easy to understand in whatever language that you are comfortable with. You need to share measurable results. Go depth in terms of your information. Number 9. Number 10 is conviction in your delivery style, which comes from your own practical implementation of that knowledge. Unique presentation of ideas, which is unique to you, and if you're taking ideas from other places, please acknowledge the source. Implementable knowledge, which is practical. Number 13 is you got to solve a need in the marketplace, very important. And what else? Last 2 points: share timeless principles and constantly innovate your product to keep your customers to keep coming back for more. Okay, so if you're able to implement these 15 different ideas, I can just guarantee you one thing: you will be in the top 4% of this game. Okay, when I say top 4%, it is like the top 20% of the top. There's 80-20 rule. 80% of people are trying to get into course market, and they'll just keep doing whatever small mini courses and stuff like that. Okay, they won't be going in depth to create something solid. You have the top 20% of the game who are actually doing things in the right way. Now, in that top 20%, there's a top 20%, top 4%. Those people are going to be the movers and shakers of the industry. The top 4% is going to impact the remaining 96% of this. And if you want to be in that top 4% of the game, your only next logical step is to get into my course if you're not already in. Okay, go to sis.co/formula, watch my video. It's a very high paced video on exactly how to implement this game. And once you're in, I look forward to serving you inside the community. Wish you all the best. Cheers and God bless. And if you're already in my community, share your comments in the comment box below on what were your biggest takeaways using the hashtag ILH family, so that you can get qualified for a 1,000 rupee voucher that I give out every single week for a winner, for actually 5 winners. Okay, all the best, and keep watching out for my future videos. Bye bye.